Hi Taurus, my name is Kim. Welcome to my channel. So for the meditative session, Taurus, I heard Red Wine. I forget who sings it, but everybody knows that song, right? Red Wine. It goes to my head. I can't sing, so I'm not going to sing it, but I'm assuming that you guys know that song. So when I got Red Wine, the first thing that I was thinking of was like makes me forget. So Taurus, are you drinking? Are you trying to forget something? Is there something that happened that you want to forget and you're numbing yourself? That's kind of what I'm getting with red wine. It could be, that you're celebrating something and I'm just, going in that direction with it. But that's what I'm getting, that like you're drinking to forget, you're numbing your pain. And I also saw the Ace of Pentacles. So are you drinking because you missed an opportunity? That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, Taurus, that's what I got for the meditative session. Let's look at the cards. Okay, Taurus, I'm already getting, I did get the Ace of Pentacles, which I did get in the meditative session, and I did get the Nine of Pentacles, and sometimes I see this as like the drinking card. She has like the drink in her cup, like sort of tempting. So yeah, this definitely has to do with the meditative session. Right away, what I'm getting is that I feel like there was some sort of like manipulation or some sort of juggling. And I don't usually see the Two of Pentacles as a juggle card. I see it as like a balance card. But today I'm seeing it as juggling. And I feel like you were juggling maybe two energies, or juggling two people, juggling something. You were juggling something, and it's either you were juggling something and someone like decided to leave their energy, or you're juggling something and you're deciding not to speak by like in manipulating the energy as in terms of not speaking about something. That's what I felt like, a manipulation of energy by choosing not to speak. And let's just talk about that right away. Manipulating energy by choosing not to speak are words, like silence. Sometimes we put an end to things for our own sake, right? We put an end to communication with someone because it's the best thing for us to do, right? Or we have to take a break from somebody, or we take a break or we stop communicating because it's in our own best interest. But what I feel with this, like if there was a lack of communication or manipulation of like the way that you communicated to someone, it was because I don't feel like you did it in a healthy way, unfortunately. And I think that now you kind of realize that that the lack of speaking with someone, you could do it for many reasons. Like, how do I explain this? You can choose not to speak to someone because you want to hold on to them, right? Like, you're like, oh, if I don't like answer this text message and I answer like 2 weeks later, it's what's that word, like is it gaslighting? I don't know the right word. It's like, it could be gaslighting, where you're like, I think that might be the right word, where you're like, oh, I'm gonna give this person the bare minimum. So it's like kind of a narcissistic behavior, right? When you're like, oh, I'm gonna give someone the bare minimum and hopefully if I give them the bare minimum, then like they'll think the bare minimum is like the best thing ever, because I'm giving them communication like once a month, right? Or like once a year, or whatever the case is. It's like I'm giving them the bare minimum, but they're gonna get so used to that bare minimum that they're gonna like it. And then I'm gonna it's something with speaking, like you're choosing not to speak, or the way that you spoke to someone was in a form of like manipulation. And I never see like the perspective card as a bad card. I never do. I always like the perception card upright, because it's I think of it as like we're looking at other people's perspectives, we're taking into account everyone's feelings. But I feel like you took into account this person's feelings, and you did see from all perspectives, but that's the way that you were able to manipulate the energy. It's like you knew the person that you were dealing with very well. You knew them so well, in fact, that you knew exactly what to do in order to kind of give them the bare minimum. And I had the Sage card pop out, and the Sage, and he was kind of sideways, right? And the Sage in reverse is like a tricky dude. A Sage in reverse is someone who kind of uses energy in a way, he's very wise, right? And the scribe is also someone who's very, very wise, someone who has all the information, has all the knowledge. And that's what I feel like, Taurus, you were doing. I feel like you might know that you're a Sage, or you might know that you're very powerful. You might know like you don't know to the extent, but you do know that you have power over, I don't know if it's just this one person that we're talking about or many people, but you do have power and changing people's perspectives and kind of changing the way that you want the energy to be. And I feel like in the way that you did something, it wasn't necessarily the right way. That's just like what I got from just like looking at the cards, like boom, all that energy hit me hard. Maybe now you're taking time out to understand this person's perspective, but what I got intuitively was like you already knew this person's perspective, you already knew them very well. So this would be somebody from the past. You already knew them so well that you knew how to communicate to them, how to like talk to them, what to say, because I don't know, like it like whatever you were trying to do, you were kind of trying to be sneaky, I want to say. And when I feel like juggling, I want to say that like, I don't want to say like a third party, but juggling something, like it can be juggling your career with this other person, juggling your family with this other person, juggling something, which is why you were keeping the communication, I feel like, with this other person minimal. Like I feel like with this Queen of Air in reverse, it could have been that this person, you kind of took the L with that, like you took an L and they're gone out of your life, and you kind of saw them as the mother energy, because I see the integrity card as like, I kind of see as the empresses in it, in a sense. So it could have been that this person has been like left the situation because like they sensed a lack of integrity on your part, or the fact that you weren't speaking the truth to this person showed like a lack of integrity. And I think unfortunately what you didn't know is that your lack of communication with this person, they kind of saw right through you. Because I'm getting with the seneschal, I see her as like the keeper of all things. And usually, like in some readings, I see her as like the person that holds the keys to the heart and all this stuff. And it could be that this person holds the keys to your heart. But what I'm getting in this reading is not that. It's that like she holds all the keys. It's like she knows everything. So it's like you kind of tried to pull a fast one on her and juggle the situation with her in whatever way that it was juggling for you. And it ended up being a withdrawal of her energy, or the lack of you speaking ended up with her withdrawing her energy because there was a lack of integrity. It's just like, it's like, oh, well, I didn't tell her what I did. She didn't know what was going on, or he didn't know what was going on. He didn't know what I did. But at the end of the day, it's like this person knew, one, and two, if you would have just been honest about the situation and spoken your truth, then like speaking your truth shows integrity, right? Speaking like what happened shows integrity. But you're like, oh, well, I didn't say anything, so it doesn't count. And it's like, it like a lack or an omission doesn't mean that you're still like keeping integrity with this person. Just because you decided not to say something doesn't mean that it was, it doesn't mean that it was like an honest thing. Because I feel like you withheld information or lacked communication, and you felt like that was the best way to go about it. In your brain, that was the best way of doing it. But this person already knew what was going on. 1, 2, it showed a lack of integrity to them, and I think that they withdrew their energy from you due to this lack of integrity on your part. And even though I feel like you're like, well, they don't really know what's going on, they do, or they did. And I feel like what was going on was like sneaky, shady things. I want to say like shady, because I feel like with this 9 of Pentacles, you see how she's like offering someone something? It's like whatever you were doing that was, or whatever the person connected to you was doing that was kind of being shady, it was like a temptation to them. It was tempting for them. And I feel like they did take they did go through those temptations. They did go on that path. They were juggling something that could have been unhealthy. Again, with the red wine, it's like maybe this person has been drinking to kind of forget about what they did. I just feel like the scribe is someone with so much knowledge, and I feel like this person knows how they messed up. They know that they know what they did was wrong, or like how they did, the way they did it was wrong, but the way that they're numbing themselves is a way to kind of cope with it. And if you keep numbing yourself out of situations, or maybe this person was numbing themselves in the past, and that's something that they were juggling. It could have been that they were like juggling addictions with this person, and they like, well, like, if I don't tell this person, they'll never know, right? Like, they'll never know that I was doing this because I'm not going to tell them. But this person did know what you were doing, or vice versa. I don't know how the energy fits. But with the 4 of Pentacles, I mean, like, it's so much earth energy, Taurus. It's crazy. There's so much earth energy. With the 4 of Pentacles, I think I see it as you kind of, it could be seen like, oh, I was withholding myself from this person. But what I see it is like, I'm seeing is like with this 9 of Pentacles is like the temptation that this person has gone through. Like this 9 of Pentacles to me is looking like I don't want to say like a battlefield, but like something very negative. Like this person has gone through something very hard, something very negative, and I feel like that's why they were juggling. And like they were juggling, like when you don't want to say something, it has to be something. Like when you withhold information, it's because it's something bad, right? If you don't want to speak about something, it's because it's something you might be ashamed of, or something you don't want to speak about. And I feel like this person is like, it was very hard for them. They're bleeding. I just feel like it's just been very hard for this person. Like maybe they're getting out of the cycle, because I have the Ace of Pentacles at the end of this, and it's not like the outcome card, but it's like what's like the cards flow in a certain way, right? So the Ace of Pentacles coming out at the end of the reading is showing that with the 4 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, I'm seeing is like this person is still standing. This person is still like there. They've been through a lot. They've been through whatever they were juggling. Maybe they were able to get like a hold of it, or maybe they were able to get rid of it, or whatever this person has been juggling. I'm not going to go into like whatever this person's juggling, because I just feel like it was something negative, or something like, it doesn't always necessarily mean it's negative, but it's not something that I just don't want to go into it. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, because at the end of the day, with the Ace of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles, it's like this is a brand new beginning, a brand new opportunity to maybe start things new, to do things a different way. And it's like, it doesn't matter what it was that this person was juggling. Maybe it might matter to the seneschal, or the person who knows what was going on in the entire thing. Like, oh, this is a third party situation. Oh, this is like an addiction situation. It's like any of those things. If I said it and you felt it, then you know which one it was. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I feel like the seneschal knows, right? So whoever is like, if it's you, Taurus, that knows what this other person was doing, it's like you already know. It wasn't something positive. It wasn't something good. So it's like, why do we don't have to go into it. I feel like some people want me to go into it, and I'm like thinking, oh, what was the addiction? It's like the nosy part of me kind of wants to know what it is, but I don't want like that negativity here. Like, basically whatever this person felt like prioritizing, or whatever this person was juggling with this other person, they ended up coming on top, like not on top of it, but they ended up coming out of it. Like, I think this person, like, they're finally able to see, like, oh, like, I'm messing up. And I think it might have taken a long time, because this person might have been drinking as well, you know, and it takes a long time when you numb yourself like that. It takes a long time to get out of it. But I do feel like a positive thing coming with this Ace of Pentacles at the end of the reading. Maybe this Ace of Pentacles is like a new way of being as well. A new way of like, it's not like a new way of, it's like, is it a new opportunity with this Queen of Air? But I already feel like this person has withdrawn this energy, and like it's a new opportunity for you to do things differently. That's what I feel. A new opportunity to do things different. If you seek out the Queen of Air, you seek to communicate the person that you lost during this juggling, then that's up to you. What are you going to be free of your addictions? Are you going to be free of your juggling? I feel like with this Four of Pentacles, it's kind of like you're at a standstill, and it's not that you're not sure, is that you would like a new opportunity, but a new opportunity in what? Maybe a new opportunity for what? I don't even think you know. I think you just do desire a new opportunity, do want to get out of this juggling, this energy, this manipulation, this like tactical way of communication, which is like narcissistic on the low. So with this new opportunity, it's like, I think you want to leave all this behind you, and you want to step into like a more positive position where it's like, yes, I do have a lot of knowledge on this person. I do see their perspective, but I'm not going to use it to manipulate them. I'm not going to use it to kind of withhold information. I'm not going to use it to not communicate. Or if I'm numbing my pain, if I'm drinking or whatever it is that my addiction is, I'm going to kind of end it, because with this new beginning, that's all the new things that I want. Anyway, I really like the ending of this reading. I really like the fact that, I mean, you are very smart, you are knowledgeable, you know everything that's going on. So it's just a matter of, is it something that you want to do for yourself and for this other person possibly? Let's see what the advice is, Taurus. Okay, they were both in reverse, but I'm going to put them both upright because I want to read them and not struggle to see them. Okay, what I'm getting from Butterfly Spirit being in reverse and Beaver Spirit in reverse, think Butterfly Spirit's transformation is beautiful. So, number 11, and Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation, 6. I feel like this has something to do with love, and also love for yourself, love for this other person. It's kind of like, one, transformation is beautiful. It's like you're not seeing that this is beautiful. The fact that you are being presented with a new opportunity, the fact that you're like, that you kind of went through all of these things, and these things were there to teach you that you have to transform, that you have to change, right? Transformation, it's hard. This caterpillar has to stay in a cocoon and do all this like metamorphosis and all this crazy things to come out as that butterfly, but it's hard work, right? It doesn't just like happen. It has to get into that cocoon. It has to like cook. It has to do whatever the heck is doing in there. So I think that's like the message. It's like, with it coming out in reverse, it's like, why are you stopping this transformation? Yes, this was a hard process. Yes, this was like hard lessons for you to learn, but in order for this to be a success, in order for you to transform, you have to kind of accept what happened. And it's not like move on with it, but accept that it, like, just like a butterfly, it's hard for transformation to happen and it takes time. It's the same thing with you. You're being transformed and you're learning from the past, and it's kind of like, yes, it's hard, and yes, it's hard to accept sometimes the things that we do, or like the positions we put ourselves and other people in, but the way to transform is by continuing with the work. I want to say continuing with the work. So if you're looking inside, or you're looking within and you're realizing these things about yourself, or if you're numbing your pain and you're like, I got to stop drinking, I got to stop doing whatever it is that I'm doing, it's like, yes, it's going to be hard work, but at the end, I mean, look at the butterfly. Like, would you rather be the caterpillar or stuck in the cocoon, or do you want to be the butterfly? With Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. I think anything that you want to do in life, like, you need a solid foundation. You can't build upon something that's broken. So this could be advice for like the relationship you have with this person, or this could be advice that you have for yourself. Like, the only way to kind of have this new opportunity, to have this, you have a brand new opportunity here given to you from, you know, the divine. So it's like the only way, and look, they're both green. The only way to kind of go about laying this solid foundation is to transform. Yeah, the way to get what you want, to have this new opportunity, is to transform. Because it's not going to be a new opportunity if you stay in this energy. If you stay in this energy, then you're just gonna, like, there is no movement. There's stagnation. You can stay as stagnant as you want to. You can stay in this as long as you want. It's only up to you. But with the new opportunity and lay a solid foundation, it's like you have the means and the opportunity to start new. So like with this new foundation, lay it solidly, like do it right. That's what I'm saying, like do it right. Like no more juggling, no more manipulation, no more numbing. Anything that you need to get rid of it. I got 3 hearts, too much. Let's do it again. So with the cosmic egg, I always get that as like creation, right? I hold the universe within me. I'm the force of an ever-expanding love. And I kind of feel like this is the cocoon that you're in right now. You remember I was like talking about a caterpillar and a cocoon? Like right now you might be in this cocoon and this is where you want to be. And it's like Spirit telling you like, yes, let the transformation happen. Yes, you're in this egg. It might not feel like you're cooking right now. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like you're going through this transformation and you're gonna come out. I mean, with the butterfly here, it's like a sign, like, yes, with this new opportunity coming. And also at the bottom of the deck, I got the King of Earth. The King of Earth, the 10 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, healing, like all this earth, healing, another king. I just feel like King of Pentacles, like if this is, you want to like start something new with the 3 of Pentacles, you want to like plant seeds somewhere. The 10 of Pentacles, it is possible for you to have this 10 of Pentacles, this 3 of Pentacles, this healing energy. It's all possible. That's what I'm getting with this new beginning, with this like lay a solid foundation. So lay a solid foundation, do things new, do things right. You have the knowledge, you already know what it is that you need to let go of, the things from the past that you can't take with you. So it's kind of like lay a solid foundation, start new. You're in this cocoon right now. You're being held by spirit. You're being held. I feel like you're being nurtured. If you need to rest, rest. The divine egg also has something to do with time. Like, remember that everything is on our soul's time. It's not on our time, our ego's time. So if you need to stay in this cocoon, stay in it as long as you need to stay in it. That's what I'm hearing. Like, stay in it as long as you need to stay in it. Don't like feel any rush to get to this next. Like, you can stay in the cocoon as long as you need to. Okay, and then Rabia, the queen of saintly woman. I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. Okay, 2 messages with Rabia. I had to look back at the book because, like, sometimes I don't and sometimes I do, and this one I felt like I had to. Her card's all about unconditional loving, and I feel like that's what you need to do for yourself. You know, unconditional love is a love without judgment. So if you're judging yourself very heavy right now, and that's kind of, I feel like, what this cocoon stage is in, and it's like, in this new opportunity, it's like you can't take that judgment for yourself with you. You have to leave it at the door. So that's one thing. Like, if you're judging yourself harshly for things that you've done in the past, don't, because you can't take that with you. Yes, maybe there's things that you've done that you regret, but it's okay because you've learned from it and you're going to move forward. So don't stay in that space of judgment. Have unconditional love for yourself. And the second thing was, like, she was able to, like, for her love of God, she was able to come into self-realization. And that's what I feel like you're doing. You're, like, coming into the knowledge of who you are, who you've been, and, like, who you want to be. And you're in the middle stage right now where you're still not at this stage, but you're here. And you will get to the part where it's laying your foundation and the new kind of life and the new way that you want to live. And it's all possible. Just have unconditional love for yourself, and just let the past self go. Anyway, Taurus, I hope this helped you guys out. Thanks so much for being here. I love you guys. See ya.